Hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I'm Mr. Randy, and today we're doing another off the rip episode. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, come on in. All my returning viewers, you know how we do. Let's get it pop-a-lockin'. I'm still stuck on Snoop Dogg for those Cali wines. So today's off the rip episode is going to be my very first Balcones, the baby blue, made from roasted blue corn. This is pot distilled. It is a Texas whiskey, the original Texas whiskey. I don't know about that. Straight corn whiskey coming in at 46%. 46%. Thank you very much, Balcones. So I've heard a lot about this baby blue over the last several months to a year. It's got a little wax stamp right there. 2000 and is that 6 or 8? I don't know. It's kind of got a dimple. It looks like a 6, doesn't it? We'll find out in the full review to come, or maybe it'll say it on the label, but we'll get a quick look at the backside. There's your batch number. I can't make that out. So there's the date. Anyhow, certified Texas whiskey. It is never chill filtered or colored. Thank you very much. Distilled and bottled by Balcones Distilling, Waco, Texas. There is a Balcones Heights here in San Antonio, and the Balcones, there's a Balcones just north of us between San Antonio and Austin. I'm not too sure. This is one of the distilleries on my list to visit this year, if I ever get contacted back from them. I need to probably check my junk mail. Okay, so before I plop it, we'll go ahead and look. You got it turned upside down. Texas cork pop. Hold on. Ooh, nice. Okay, very nice. That one's definitely going to be a keeper. Let's go ahead and get this pour on, shall we? Let me get me steadied in the center. Watch what you're doing, not the camera screen. There we go. So it's been a while since I've done a it's not a bourbon. I was going to say bourbon. It's not a bourbon. It's a straight corn whiskey. It's a straight corn Texas whiskey. It's not a bourbon. It's not a bourbon. Okay, on the nose, I'm definitely getting corn whiskey. Trying to throw something away. It's definitely a corn whiskey. It's got a very sort of a high punchy sweetness that you get from corn whiskeys, which tells me the mash bill on this is definitely high in corn. And it's got a little bit of a weird corn sweetness to it. Maybe that's because they are using the roasted blue corn. Yeah, corn comes in different colors. It's not all yellow. That is actually genetic engineering. So when you go to the grocery store and you buy a corn, what is it called? The ear of corn. When you buy an ear of corn off the shelf, it's yellow because it's a specific type. But then that one you're eating off the grocery shelf is genetically engineered. So if you ever had a natural, like if my grandpa had a farm, he had a good piece of land where he had some cattle and some farm, and he grew all types of crop, different types of crop, watermelon, snap, peas, green beans, we said watermelon. He had a grapevine. He did a whole bunch of stuff, and corn was one of them. And we used to shuck that corn, and it didn't look like what you bought on the shelf. And that was one of the very first experiences I've had, being a city boy that grew up in the city. And then finally, at 10 years old, I went out into the country and saw a completely different life. Yeah, that corn doesn't look the same. And there is Indian corn. Not necessarily maize, but Indian corn, it's a different types of colors. So it's not just one color. So it's got a pretty nice, I don't want to say basic, but kind of close to a standard whiskey, non-bourbon whiskey smell on the palate. On the nosing. It's kind of easy. Nothing offensive. Let's get it on the palate because I'm getting tasty. Almost tasty. hold on. Hold on a minute. I have not looked into, I have not watched any videos. Now, I've gotten to a point, I've been doing this since 2025. Actually, I started in January. I think I started testing and filming stuff like in February, and then actually started getting serious about filming and making the videos in March. Started airing them like late April or something like that. And what I used to do in the very beginning is I would watch other whiskey tubers' videos to sort of get an understanding, a feeling, a foot in the door, if you will, to the whole whiskey thing. And I would occasionally, I'd watch their videos to see everything about it, how they feel about it, their opinions and whatnot. As of late, I've changed the way I do that. I don't necessarily go out and look for something unless I'm a little confused or I'm on the fence. I need a little push one way or the other. I'm looking for something to tell me no or yes. If I hear something I don't like, it's, I'll put it on the bottom of the shelf. I'll put it on the bottom of the list. We might get around back to it sooner or later. But Balcones has been something I've been putting off since last year, like almost probably 6 to 8 months at least. Before this came out, I do believe. And we did say, what, 2025? When 2025? Yeah, well. So, I do a 3-part series. Part 1, off the rip, get it home, crack it open, have my first pour, share my first impressions with you because that's what we do. Part 2, full review time. We drink it down halfway, put the cork on it, put it back on the shelf, let it sit for a week and a half, let it off gas, let it open up, let it find its legs. I go online, try and find out as much as I can. Seeing that it's a Texas whiskey, most of the Texas whiskeys I've experienced, they like to give you good information. But we'll come back, we'll talk about it, I'll score it, continue to drink it, because Part 3, final pour episode, we'll have that final pour, thusly named, compare it to today's first pour off the rip, and everything in between. It's got a weird, I wasn't expecting this palate, so let's go ahead and get one more and we'll move on. It's got a sort of a weird, it's got some good viscosity, decent enough, transfers pretty well on the palate. It's not bad for a whiskey. It gives me bourbon vibes, but it's not hitting like a bourbon. It's like something that just missed the bus. You know what I'm saying? The bus to Bourbon Town, this one missed the bus, but just barely. Like it ran after the bus, trying to catch it, but the bus driver's like, nah, sorry, kid. Not today, son. It gives me very much so bourbon vibes. It's got a weird sort of dry, but not offensively so. It's a little bit of a dryness to it, a little dustiness to it. I've never had something like this. It's very unique and it's very interesting. Out of all the whiskeys and bourbons I've had, I haven't had this. This is kind of a unique and unusual palating. Let's go ahead and we'll move on. If you like the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel as of yet, go ahead and do so now while you're there. That way, all this content, when it comes out, comes to you. And give me that thumbs up, especially if you want me to go to their distillery. It's on the list. I'm waiting to hear back from a few of them so I can start planning. I'm definitely going to need either a designated driver or we're staying overnight. That'd be a heck of a bill for an Uber. Let's go ahead and get the final finish. I'll get the finish on here. Yeah. Oaky. Very good, heavy-handed oakiness. That's sweet corn, but the corn's got a little bit of a twist to it. I guess that's where the blue corn comes in. They're roasted. It did say roasted, right? Yep. You can kind of get some of that roasted corn. And there's something else. It's like a dusty chalkiness. But it's not bad. It's not a negative one. It kind of adds some intrigue to that flavoring. I'm getting roof of the mouth. And if I say I get roof of the mouth, that's something that doesn't happen a lot. Not overbearing on the tongue, but it feels like it wants to tap out, but I'm still getting a lot of that good, like bourbon-esque sort of feeling. It's got some cheeks, good on the gums, a little bit on the lips. The jowls are okay. Getting some back there. A good amount on the lips, actually. As far as the heat goes in the background, I don't know, maybe a solid 1. It's not really something that's wanting to push forward to the front of the whole ordeal. It's not trying to steal the show. It's actually pretty nice. That's actually pretty nice. If you find yourself a little overwhelmed by most bourbon, try a whiskey. Try a regular American whiskey. Heck, try a Texas whiskey. Try this one. I don't think I would say I would want somebody to cut their teeth on this, because it's got some twists to it that you'd have to be a bit of a connoisseur. You'd have to be somewhat experienced on a plethora of whiskeys in order to pick up on the very nuances of the change and the differences. I think I can understand why this one was so welcomed and so loved, and they call it kind of a unique whiskey. But I like it. I really do. I think it's very much so going to be a delectable one. So in the comment section, would love to know, where are you at? What are you currently drinking? Have you had a Balcones? Have you had the Baby Blue? Let's talk about it. And hey, what's the next Balcones? Because now I'm invested in Balcones. There's quite a few out there. There's a Lineage and a Heritage or something like that. Which one do you think I should jump on to next after the Baby Blue? There it is. As always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. Have a good one, y'all.